Ladies and gentlemen, most of you watching this channel have tried chess at least a couple of times. There's a handful of you that have played chess for many years, and some of you might just be getting into chess. This might even be the first video that you clicked on. Regardless of wherever you are in your chess journey, I'm very excited to announce that in today's video, you will witness one of the most, if not the most, disgusting things you have ever seen and ever will see on a chessboard. Because when I saw this, I knew I had to bring it to all of you. I have never in my life seen what I am going to show you today and what I saw last night. This is disgusting, and that is an understatement. Also, couple of very quick points. This is a new PC. You can't tell because it's over here, but it's kind of loud. It's one of those like powerful gaming PCs. I don't really need one because I make chess videos, but if the fan noise is too loud and you can hear it, let me know in the comments. Also, it's October 2024. We got a lot of big things coming up. We've got a GothamChess board dropping. The chess deck is coming out. October 28th to November 2nd, I am flying to Stockholm to take on the legendary Pia Kramling in a match. November 3rd, in Stockholm, we're doing a fan event. If you're in Sweden or the surrounding areas, you want to come visit, buy a ticket. Tickets not available yet. They will be in a couple of days. And on December 13th, Chessly, which is my educational platform, launches 2.0 with tons of new features, tons of new courses. Keep those dates in mind. I'm going to be telling you this again and again and again, so you got no excuses. And yeah, if the gaming PC is too loud, let me know. I'm gonna, go in there, mess with the fan settings. All right, folks, and all the links are in the description if they are available. Folks, I was browsing Reddit, and I saw something heinous. That's, the start of every good story. So, with the white pieces, our protagonist is Grandmaster Amon Hambleton. He is of Chess Bra fame, some of the OG and pioneers of chess streaming content. Amon is also a chess boxer. If you don't know what chess boxing is, after you watch this video, go to YouTube and type in chess boxing, Ludwig. I commentated that event. That was the end of 2022. Amon Hambleton took on International Master Lawrence Trent. And it's literally what it sounds like. It's chess and boxing. I guarantee some of you don't know what that is, so definitely check it out. So Amon was playing a 3-minute game. His opponent, some German dude, or a guy who has Germany as the flag on chess.com, you can change your flag, starts out like any normal game. Amon Hambleton basically knows one opening. I'm joking, but he plays the London a lot, and it's a very decent opening. Look, I made a viral meme recently. This is a sidebar. I made a meme recently of a baby getting hit in the head, and then 18 years later, it plays the London opening. It has 50 million views on Instagram. I don't know how it went so viral. I don't think people even understand the joke, frankly. Yeah, the London is not something where you got hit in the head as a baby. It's probably when you keep getting hit in the head as an adult. It's an easy opening to play, and Black playing, in a King's Indian defense style, although Black still hasn't committed the pawn to g6. Amon plays e3, very flexible move, and now Black kind of shows the intentions. Black, of course, here can play g6. It's the most common move, but Black plays knight bd7, which is voluntarily blocking the light squared bishop. Oh, also, we're recording in 60 FPS. Gotham is upgrading to 60 FPS, so let me know if it looks good. If there's any problems, the fan is too loud, something is buggy, I'm ugly, let me know. That one I can't really fix, although I guess I can. I guess I can. Now, Amon plays this move h3. It's a mysterious-looking move, but he's trying to get out of the way of e5 and knight h5 ideas, which would go after his bishop. So he's trying to put the bishop on h2. Black plays e5, and this is exactly what Amon does. This is very strange stuff. I wouldn't play like this if I wouldn't tell a beginner or an intermediate student of mine to play like this, but it is what it is, it's all completely reasonable. These are all, moves that are coming. Now, Black, I don't like Black's next move, but I think it's kind of necessary. Black takes on d4. Clarifying the structure. So now we have a position where the e-pawns have been traded. At Black plays g6, this move makes plenty of sense. We have knight f3, bishop d3, Black castles, white castle. So far, so good. I mean, so far everybody's following principal chess. Amon now is going to finish the development of his of his London structure with c3. c4 is also not a bad move, but the center stays destabilized. So black plays rook e8, but both moves are okay here. c4 is okay here, and c3. I mean, it is a matter of preference. c3 is the true pure London style, you know, getting hit in the head as a baby and everything. And black's bishop really isn't so powerful. Black is going to have to now rely on the queenside pawns, because if black doesn't rely on the queenside pawns, his structure is very set in stone. It's not so easy to accomplish anything. But as you see, it's 0-0-0 according to the engine, which means it's totally equal, which means you played a London, all right? That's what it means. Black plays knight f8, trying to open up the light squared bishop. Maybe black is going to play d5 and play here. Maybe bishop f5 to trade and then plant the knight in the middle of the board. You gotta make these decisions. I don't like black's plan here, bishop d7. Again, black can sort of do anything, and the reason why black can sort of do anything and always be within the realm of equality is that there is no easy way for white to come forward. The London is one of these openings where it sounds like I'm really throwing a lot of shade on the London, but I'm not. It's just one of these openings that at the high level, if you put all your pieces out, if the opponent also puts all their pieces out and doesn't really create too many weaknesses, it's not easy to play. Like, it's not like white is going to go g4 and immediately become, you know, much worse. That's not going to happen. So we have a4, typical London idea, trying to expand. Black plays a5. So now white can't expand. Aman plays queen b3, targeting the pawn. Black plays b6, defending himself. But now we see, you know, the makings of an advantage, right? And the advantage is here because black has so many pawns on dark squares. There's a very nice idea here by white d5. It's a very nice positional move. The point of this move is that the queen protects the pawn. Now the light squares are sort of covered. The knight is stuck. And white's next move is, let's say, knight d4, which is the clear improvement. Maybe then white plays rook e1, bishop b5, gets rid of the light squared bishop, plants the knight on c6. In chess, you evaluate things on not just current situation. Current situation also means what can you do in the future? I mean, I know it's weird, right? Like, you don't evaluate your current financial situation on how much money will I have in 3 to 5 years. But in chess, you're like, well, my pieces are only good if they have a prospect in the future. Like, black's pieces are fine, but do they have a prospect over the next few moves? I'm not really so sure. Aman kind of does that. He plays bishop b5. Well, he's trying to get rid of the light squared bishop, but he doesn't find this move d5. Black captures. Now Aman takes with the queen. Fine. Taking with the pawn would have also been interesting. And black goes queen d7. Of course, like, you want to trade off Aman's queen. And Aman trades. He trades. And now the position is almost completely equal. The bishop and the queen are gone. It would have been better for white to keep some more pieces on the board, so you could go here. But again, Aman has played 16 moves in 8 seconds. Like, it's obvious that he's not, you know, he's not pausing to think about every intricate detail of the position. He's also live streaming, he's entertaining people. So he plays rook e1, f5, knight c4. Still, there are ideas like knight e3, knight d5. Like, this is everything. I'm looking at knight a3, knight b5. And the second that black plays a move like c6, both these pawns get very weak. So there are some prospects here. And black, you know, very quickly is going to realize it's actually white who has all the play. By the way, in this position, the top line of the computer is actually king f1. I mean, it is an idea. And the idea is that you just want to get the king there. Because it's the endgame. Actually, in the endgame, white should be bringing the king to the middle of the board. So king f1, and now he plays knight a3, again the best move. Aman really understanding the structure very well. Now, again, one of the best moves, knight takes e1. Why knight takes? This knight is so active. Yeah, but again, it's not about the current look of the position. It's about, can the knight go forward? And the answer is not really. If Aman found this back in the day, yes. But now the knight is going to route to the middle from a different path. Black also going to the middle, white also going to the middle. But it's actually black who can't really move. Who can't really move. And here's a nice way to lose the game. Rook c8. And sometimes hidden in these positions are tactics. Bishop takes d6. Simply wins a pawn for white. Because if you take, I get a pawn and then I get a rook. It gets even worse. So the crazy thing is, I just put that on the board and that is what happened. I was wondering why the board didn't change color. Like, when I play a move that's not the move of the game, the board changes color, and you know we're in analysis mode. I was like, why is the board not changing color? That's because that's exactly what happened. Hidden in this position. Like, I don't even know why black went rook c8. I guess he went rook c8 to protect this, and he was going to move his knight. But again, this is what happens in a position which is unpleasant. In an unpleasant position, you kind of fall asleep at the wheel, and you blunder. Aman snipes this move in 4 seconds, and now black is lost. Yeah, See, at your level, not trying to insult you, but a pawn is nothing, right? Now, of course, black can take this and go from +2 to +5, lose everything. But black here sits back and goes, oh my god, I can't believe I blundered that. Now we have to go c6, and Aman just keeps going forward. Now the rook is forked. It can't keep protecting this, so it goes here. Aman is 2 pawns up, easy peasy. Now, what black should have done there is, you know, just kept playing. Just ignored the bishop. This is not hanging. Now, this is a totally winning position at this level because white will just slowly improve, trade off a few things, and ultimately end up probably with some sort of pass pawn somewhere, push it, and win. Okay, so c6, knight a7, knight c6. White is up 2 pawns. Life is good. Knight goes to g5. Aman keeping it nice and chill. f3. If you don't have the patience to watch the nastiest checkmate ever, I got bad news for you. At the 2800 level, people don't lose that fast. But I promise you, if you are still here, this is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen on a chessboard. It really is. Bishop f6. Now, again, white has 2 minutes. So what you do here with white, you trade the rooks, you trade pieces, you promote, you win. You get 2 queens, you win the game. Knight d3, rook e6. The only reason Aman spent like 20 seconds here is I think he was just distracted. Like, you get a winning position, you feel the game is over, you're talking to the live stream. He would not spend 20 seconds here normally. Puts the knight on e5 check, king g7. Black gives up the knight to take the bishop. Aman doesn't even think, he just takes the bishop. You don't even think here. You just trade the pieces. Trade the pieces, right? Rook e1, 2 pawns up. Beautiful structure, by the way. London structure intact. We're not rushing. Knight goes to e6. I probably centralize here or bring my king forward. Yeah, king forward. Black plays h5, nothing there. h4, lock it all down. Rook d5. Everywhere, every single move, we are looking like, can black break something? Can black do something? When I see this configuration, I slide my king out of the way, and I'm looking at rook takes e6 to simplify down to the king and pawn endgame. Unfortunately, black plays rook d6, so we play g3. We're looking for black to make a mistake. Rook e5. I don't like that Aman has gotten down to 58 seconds. That's unnecessary, but again, he's obviously live streaming and distracted. Good rule of thumb, you've got to keep the same pace as the opponent. Aman is going to make you think that you don't have to do that in this game because he's still going to find a way to win, but he's one of the best pre-movers in the business. Look, now white starts expanding with the pawns. Look how slow and methodical the whole thing is. d5. Now the king is going to come forward. Look at that knight move. Can't have any play for black. Centralize the king. Beautiful technique. And that move is just losing. Black panics here, thinks this is a pin, completely blunders that the rook can take, and now this is child's play. I mean, this is child's play. What you do here is you play c5, you trade, you get these pawns, you make a queen, and you ladder mate. Now, from this point forward, Aman Hamilton, from this point forward, this is move 30, this is move 45. This game goes another 106 moves. Aman has 37 seconds. If we break that down to a tenth of a second, he has 370 tenths of a second, meaning every time you pre-move on chess.com, pre-moving being a move, you auto-lock in no matter what, provided it's legal. Pre-moves are really only useful for speed, like blitz and time scrambles. He made 106 more moves from here. We have 106 moves to go. This game should not last 106 moves. White should checkmate black in like 30 moves max. All right? Knight f4, king here, knight d... Again, the best move here is knight d5, take the pawn. Black is not going to break through because it's a 3-on-3. You queen this pawn, you checkmate. Aman's not in that business. He's trying to go here. Plays f4, completely shutting down the opponent. Knight f3. Now he gets to the pawns. He's trying here to get to the pawns of black without allowing any counter infiltration. And he's playing every move in like 0.5 seconds, 0.2 seconds. g5, fg. King e6, knight goes here, recreates a blockade. Now you might wonder, why is black giving up his pawn? Black has nothing. Black is just flailing around like a fish here. f4. This is expertly done though by Aman. Knight d3, knight f4, knight king e3. And do you know why he played king e3? To defend this pawn so that this king couldn't take it. He's trying to preserve all his pawns. Why? Because he has 6 pawns left. 7, 8. There are 8 pieces that go on the home rank. Aman Hamilton has 29 seconds. Is he doing what I think he's trying to do? I think so. Black trying to trick him, losing all his pawns. Amon now has 26 seconds remaining. Plays knight d3 check. Doesn't let the king get closer. He's pre-moving now. Every move now, he's pre-moving. Every single move. He's not going to lose any time. Every move is in point one. Point one. Point one. Point one. Shielding the king. He's got to take that h-pawn at some point. And he does. He now has 16 seconds. And you are going to watch his milliseconds go down one by one. That one was 0.4 because he's trying not to stalemate. He now has to figure out, because Amon is trying to promote every pawn. It's very obvious, right? If he's just going to queen, you play king f6 here, you just win the game. If you're a beginner, I wouldn't mess with fire like this. But he has to figure out how to not stalemate the opponent. And he's still pre-moving, right? 15 and a half. He just wasted time. He has 15 seconds. King e8, g4. Now he's bringing this pawn. Now he plays h7. And now we see the point. Amon is trying to get every piece reincarnated. And like I said, set them up along the first rank. That is funny. That is, you know, that's hilarious. That's not something that you see very often. If somebody did this over the board at a tournament in a chess club, they might get punched in the face. Or Black would get punched in the face for not resigning. G7, there are the bishops. They are the trickiest to promote. Amon Hamilton now has 9.6 seconds to win this game. There's no way. It's not possible. So what does he do? Brings the bishop back to f1. Now, I think he missed the pre-move. I think he was trying to go to d3. Now the bishop has returned to the home square. This was obviously inefficient. He should have gone to b2, but he was trying to pre-move fast. So the bishops are on their home squares, and now here comes the g-pawn. He makes a queen, and promptly puts the queen back on the home square. He now has 8 seconds. I mean, this is just a waste of time, right? He's going to make the meme, he's going to put all the pieces on the home rank, and then he's going to, you know, go and checkmate, maybe, but how's he going to do that? How's he not going to stalemate? Now he plays, he plays knight d4, okay. Knight e2, okay. Okay, 4 of the pieces are on the home rank. Now look at his time. Every move, 0.1. King goes to c4, so the queen cuts this off. It would have been actually more resilient for Black to stick around here, but Black gets cut off. Now Amon pushes every pawn. He's losing 0.1 on every single one of those moves. I don't know why he went king b5. I don't know why he did that. I guess he's just burning more time. I don't know. I don't know what's happening here. Maybe he didn't want to stalemate. I have no idea. He obviously could have just made the promotions, but he chooses not to. He goes to b8. I think part of it was like he wanted to make sure there was no stalemate trick. Now the rook was... Now the king goes to c7. He makes another rook. The rook goes back to the corner. And then the final piece of the puzzle is the knight. Again, the only thing you got to do here is not stalemate. So as long as Black has some legal moves, you do your job. Knight b6, knight a4, knight c3, knight... All right. Yeah, but the king's over. So what's... I mean, he's not obviously not going to run... He's not going to run the... Okay. He did it. Oh, he did it. This is... I mean, this is an otherworldly level of disrespect. You know what I mean? But this is every chess player's dream. We can't reincarnate our pawns, and it's also really difficult. I mean, it's not even difficult. It's impossible in chess to get this set up with the pawns because the only thing that you can move outside of the pawns is the knights. Your knights would have had to destroy everything and come back all the way, but you're never going to mate anybody. So it's not possible. This is as best as it gets, right? No. This is the part of the show or the movie or the cartoon or the YouTube video where you get absolutely dumbfounded because this is not it. This is not. No. I'm about to show you. Amon goes queen e2. And from this point forward, every single move he made was made in 0.1 seconds. Amon Hamilton, there's a clip at the top of Reddit. You can watch it, Reddit Chess, not like all of Reddit. He pre-moves the rest of the game. He goes queen g2 check. Now, there's mates everywhere. This is not that impressive. But what is impressive is that he glides up the board like this, right? Beautiful technique, beautiful. It's mate in 2, rook f7, and here. But that's not what he wants. He wants something. What is he trying to do? What is he possibly trying? I saw this clip. I couldn't believe my eyes. He has 2 seconds on the clock. He has mate in 1. He pre-moves this to get the king off the back rank. Then he pre-moves this in 0.1 seconds. How did he even know that? Then he pre-moves this. Why is he pre-moving that? He's pre-moving it so that the king has access forward. He pre-moves this move so that the king can come to the 6th rank. Then he cuts off the king on the 7th rank. The only legal move in this position is king c6. I don't even know how he did that, because in this position, Black didn't have to pre-move this. You know, he could have gone to c6 and then b6. I'm not even sure it matters. Now he plays rook d6. It didn't matter where the king was, because the king has to go to c5. It's the only move. King c5. Now he plays queen c7. King b4. There's mate in 197 different ways here, but he doesn't play it. He plays rook d... Why rook d2? What is rook d2? Rook d2, the only legal move is king b3. It's still mate in 100 ways, but he plays rook h2 because the only legal move is to go back to b4. Now Amon goes back to the home rank. What is he doing? He's 1.1 seconds. He knows exactly what he's doing, because now the king's only legal move once again is to go to b3. And Amon Hamilton plays queen to d6. And the only legal move now is not b4. c7 has given up c2, which means the king has to go to c2. And white plays queen to d1, returning to the home square and checkmating the black king. This is the most heinous thing I've ever seen. I think Amon must have known this geometric sequence. First of all, how the heck did Amon know this sequence? He pre-moved the whole thing. He literally, if you watch the clip, I watched it like 6 times. I didn't understand what was going on. I was like, there's no way he invented this on the spot. This is beyond genius. And even if he knew the sequence, first of all, why does he know the sequence, bro? Like, this man has too much time on his hands. But to actually make it happen, to have the foresight 100 moves ago, 100 moves ago, that he can win every pawn and queen the whole... I mean, this is... Promote the whole setup. I'm recording this video on a Sunday. I'm gonna go outside, all right? I need fresh air after this. I need a shower. This is unbelievable. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the video by, giving you a friendly reminder of all the stuff that's coming up. Just mental reminder, but I don't even want to talk about it, to be honest. I'll talk to you in the next video. Amon Hamilton, take a bow, brother. That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life on a chessboard. Happened to somebody else. Get out of here.